theory, someone can do it without your PIN. But max, I think about $100 before they make you do your PIN again. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So let's convert to video. Try and dry this out with this. Remember when I wouldn't get tapped because you lost your bank card? Yeah, I do remember that. Remember when I got you to help me manufacture spend $1,500 onto my credit card so I could get enough credit card points to to fly first class around the world? And I sent a check for $1,500 to your house, and then you cashed it and then gave my money back. That was pretty dope, man. Another thing I've done with traveling is accumulate credit card rewards points so I can get my flights for next to free. And my last trip I accumulated enough where I could not only just get a normal flight, but I could do it in first class. So I got to shower in an airplane, partly thanks to Devante, also known as Spooky Bone. So should have done it all in bucks. Yeah. Just should have done it all in rolled pennies, 50 cents a roll, and just chucked them at me, one by one. Yeah. There's gonna be some finagling. The video is gonna look weird for a while. The audio is gonna be weird as well. I'm just gonna be switching over to wet weather gear. More just annoying than anything. Before I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. I'll be able to use my microphone without having to keep the thing open. But it doesn't work. So it's useless. Just going away. Alright. Where am I at now? I'm in Astoria. At a Mexican restaurant where I had I'm about to walk back into the rain. I can try and... No, I can't, because the back of this case, unfortunately, is bright red. So if I switch to my rear camera, that's the view. That's the view you get. I feel like it's like some kind of weird club lighting. But yeah. So that's good. Sorry, this is gonna take me a minute to get this all set up. I'll try it like that this time. Hopefully that'll work. On. I'll throw my wide-angle lens on for now. If it's really rainy, just too much water droplets get onto the lens, and it becomes more of a pain than anything to have this lens on. So I'll just take it off, and water will still get onto the screen essentially, but it's a bit easier to manage rather than the wide-angle lens. Now the only thing left is preparing myself and getting the battery pack waterproof P2. Battery in just a little soft case, which helps when I'm just strapping it to my selfie stick thing. Just helps it grip better. But now that I've stopped walking, I'm noticing it in my feet now. was talking earlier about the pads of my feet getting pretty sore the first couple weeks of my trip, or at least a couple days. And I'm noticing it like with the walking across the bridge and stuff like that. My body's telling me no, but I'm saying yes. You'll get used to it. I know it will, because I've done this before many times. It takes me like a week up to 2 weeks to get mostly my feet and my hip bones used to this whole experience again. Because I got bony hips. I'm a skinny guy. And I've always been pretty skinny, but I say I'm this skinny because I'm always eating a calorie deficit, because I'm always traveling and I'm never eating enough. Yeah, so it's going to be on selfie mode from now on. Yeah. Just dealing with the battery. Try to catch at least one more ride today. Was it 6:45? I got enough daylight left. Alright, battery seems secure. Phone is in its case. I think we're ready to roll. Drink a little last water. Shit away. Yeah, it's wet enough that I'll go waterproof pants too. You look a little silly in like really baggy waterproof pants, but it's a necessary evil. Actually, how can you hear me right now? I'm just curious how well the sound is doing through the waterproof case, because there's no microphone right now. Like, I know it's not going to be as good, but is it acceptable? Because I can do something different. It's just, this is the most waterproofish way I can do it right now. And it's still only waterproof-ish. It's not waterproof. 5 out of 10 quality. That sounds about right. But you can hear me. That's what's important. Okay. Alright. Well, we'll do it like this for now, and if it's pretty bad once I'm out on the road, then we can try and do something different. We're going to start like this, because I had problems last time with the lav mic, and water is still getting into the system. So, we'll start like this. Yeah, it's rain pants, but
everything?
It was great. Yeah.
Where are you from?
Canada.
Canada?
Yeah.
Are you traveling to work?
Just around the U.S. Until I decided.
Going south?
Going south, yeah. What I'm doing here with this awkward contraption is I'm live streaming the process of hitchhiking.
Okay.
So that's live.
Oh, you're
Yeah, and then broadcasting on that channel.
okay. Does your name Trevor?
Yeah. Yeah, and I hitchhike around. I've done it in 21 countries, but now I'm hiking out to the US.
And how do you like it so far?
I've only been 2 days, but a lot of great people. I love fun.
Which other countries have you done?
I've done across Canada 4 times at home, and then I've done all around Europe. Most of that 25 around there comes from Europe. And then I've done Russia, across Russia, and Australia.
And which one you like the most?
My top 3 so far have been Ireland, Croatia, and Poland.
Are you thinking going south, like South America, something like that?
I'd like to. So, you can see that I'm talking to someone. I'd like to, but I learned from my time in Russia that I don't speak Russian. And I crossed all the way across Russia. 10,000 kilometers, 7,000 miles, something like that. That you lose a lot of the experience that you can't talk to the local population.
Yeah.
Like I'm hitchhiking some
You
theme
meet
parks.
people and stuff.
Like, I'm always with some kind of local person usually when I'm hitchhiking, and if you can't talk to them, you miss out on actual interaction. So I really want to do some international stuff. I just want to keep conversation in Spanish before I do that. And I think that might be the language. Because I won't get the whole experience if you can't communicate with the local population.
You can enjoy the scenery and everything, but you
Yeah.
want to find the essence of the people and what you share with them and everything.
Yeah, you just go as a tourist, you just look at the country, experience.
But it's not the same.
But yeah, you're missing out.
Yeah.
So, kind of on that trip, I decided that before doing big trips into places like South America, I want to know the language enough where I can communicate.
If you need help, you got me.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm live every day on that at the bottom there, Twitch TV. If you want to email me, personal email.
That's great, my friend. Thank you, Trevor. Good luck.
Yeah, and thanks for the food this actually.
Thank you. Have fun.
I will. Looks like the rain stopped anyway. Oh well, it'll start again. See ya.
Bye, Trevor. Have fun. Take care.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
See you another day.
Night. Alright. On the road again. Oh god, sorry. Switched you guys over. Didn't mean to. Looks like a cozy cafe. It very much was a cozy cafe. The food was good. It was very quiet. Which partly was nice and partly I felt awkward talking to a screen the whole time. Because, I don't know. Like to everyone else around, you're talking into nothing pretty much. And it's almost like you're talking to yourself. What did I end up eating? I ate a couple tacos. Actually, it's called Tacos El Catrin in Astoria, Oregon. So if any of you are in Astoria, go to Tacos El Catrin. I think the guy I talked to was the owner. I told him what I was doing and he seemed to like that. Yeah, he was a really nice guy. So I gave him my business card, because I have business cards, which I still think is hilarious. That I have business cards that say my name, and then below that, my title is Hitchhiker. Yeah, I had 2 tacos. They're great. And now we're hitchhiking again. So this is going to be a hitchhiking stream again. I swear. I think once I get across, again, I can't use the rear camera on this because it turns it this crazy color. Because I'm in my waterproof gear now because it was raining really hard a minute ago. But yeah, past those lights, road seems to widen up, a decent shoulder, and then I think we're at the end of town enough that the traffic will be going a far enough distance that it's worth throwing my thumb out again. Hopefully the rain stays away. I geared all up in full rain gear, only for it to stop raining as soon as I walked outside. But the weather here is just so inconsistent. Like, guaranteed it's going to start raining again very quickly. It's just been rain clear the whole time I've been in Washington, Oregon. Zero consistency. And if you were watching earlier, it was beautiful sunny for a while. Like, there was like a ton of blue sky above us. And that was great. And it's all gone. No more blue sky. Only clouds and rain. Clouds and sadness. What brand are my rain pants? They're Mech. It's a Canadian brand, Mountain Equipment Co-op. And if Devontae is watching, why do I have Mech pants and not pants we sold out there where I worked selling outdoor gear? We don't carry Mech. Because I got them before I worked there. And they do the job. And they're not even expensive. I think they're under $100. They're just basic hard shell, 2.5 layer waterproof rain pants. They pack down small. And the full length zipper is extremely convenient for putting on with shoes on. Because you have them fully unzipped and you kind of just stick your boot through until it clears the waist. And you kind of just kick your leg out and step down and then zip it down. It's very convenient taking on and off. So I would recommend a pair of rain pants like that. Just lightweight, packable, and easy to take on and off. I don't know the model name, but yeah, the brand is Mountain Equipment Co-op. And we did do a bit of gear talk yesterday. I was telling people about my hard shell jacket, my Arc'teryx Alpha FL. And I think I talked about the backpack a little bit. Mostly I talked about how Osprey just gave it to me for free, which is really nice, Osprey, thank you. I'm going to do some walking hitchhiking here. I'm going to walk backwards and hitchhike, so just bear with me. Yeah, I've gotten 3 rides so far today. I started the day in Washington, and I'm in Oregon now. Three rides. We'll see if we can get one more before I lose the sun. I don't hitchhike at night, so once it gets dark, I'm retiring for the night into my tent. We'll see if we can get one more. And yeah, it took me about an hour, just over an hour to get my first ride, which surprised me as it was like a good spot in a small town. Usually small towns are a little faster, more welcoming than cities. But it's within the statistical average of my hitchhiking. It's not that much of an outlier. It's just, I thought it'd be quicker. Because yeah, in all my hitchhiking, my average wait time, like if you take the median wait time, it's probably yeah, in the 15 to 25-ish minutes, which in hitchhiking terms is the blink of an eye. I've talked to guys that think the on-screen check. Okay, I'll have to fix that at some point. Or should I think I can just turn it off. If it's just broken to the point where it's useless, I think I can turn it off easily. But otherwise, to like fix it more intricately than that, I'd have to, do some real work. Oh, looks like we got a rad, maybe. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good. I'm not going too far. I like taking it past me.
How far is that? Just out of curiosity.
It's not too far, but there's a big place to go.
That was a good spot. So continuing down the 101. Yeah. Okay. And I am recording this because I'm documenting my hitchhiking site. Is that okay if there's a camera in the car? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Documenting what hitchhiking is like. Huh?
Yeah, I've done it for 4 years in 25 countries, and I think people have a fairly negative outlook at it. And I've had an almost exclusively positive experience with it. So.
Well, I used to hitchhike.
Yeah.
In the 70s, yeah.
Yeah, it used to be very popular with getting around.
It was a lot different, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think people have changed that much. It's just people's outlook on other people have changed significantly. Because I haven't had a problem. I've done it in 25 countries. I've been picked up 700 or so times.
Oh, really?
And I can't say I've met a bad person who I've actually gotten in the car with and driven with. Like the worst, like I've turned down rides because I just got weird vibes from someone, which is why like when you pull over, I take the time to say, hey, how's your, like, so there's a bit of a conversation before you get in the car, because if someone's really, you need to tell pretty quick if you're just.
So do you have any ideas what to do if stuff happens, or?
It really depends. Hopefully I'll catch someone that's just not a nice person before I get in the car with them. But I do have contingency plans, I guess you could call them.
Because I do the same thing for picking people up.
Yeah, like
I have all these things in my head, so if somebody tries something, it's just gonna happen.
Yeah. Like worst case scenario, if someone was taking me somewhere and pretty much kidnapping me at that point, I'm gonna crash the car.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna go where they're forcing me to go.
Good.
And if I was here for longer, I always wear my seatbelt too. So it's about risk management. I'm taking more.
I never had. Oh.
Yeah, my first. But he took me out shooting on some bluffs. Shot a pistol and a rifle. So I thought that was a hilarious first day in the USA.
So in the 70s, to Montana here. So what I'll do is I'll turn here and let you off. This is a really good place.
Yeah, just after these lights. Yeah, it looks like it would be perfect.
Plenty of place.
And yeah, this looks like I look for. So I really appreciate that you stopped and took me just a little bit to get me in a better spot.
Well, it's only
because you've done it. You know how this works.
The hardest hitchhiking we ever did is trying to get through Portland once.
Yeah. Well, yeah, cities are the worst part.
You can't get a ride.
Yeah, you have to somehow get to the edge and hopefully find a decent on-ramp, because it's illegal to be on, like, say, an interstate highway. I can't be on the highway. I can be on the top of the on-ramp, but...
I just worked out. I'm sorry if I smell bad here. Wasn't thinking about that.
It's all good. And this is being live streamed. Would you ever check that out?
What is it?
It's being live streamed so people can see it live. I have a business card if you want to check it out. Yeah, I'll climb out and then I'll show you. Yeah, that's live and people can watch the website's Twitch TV. And my personal email there too.
Okay. We'll see you later.
Yeah, thanks again.
You bet.
What do we all think of Mark? He's a very nice guy. and he used to hitchhike, so he knows what's up. Sorry, I missed some of the. Let's go right, here we go. Simply nice man, nice blue bandana. Yeah. Hit some fine fish. I know. Sure, once you get out, please. I didn't smell him at all. Honestly, I feel like I'm the one that smells. And maybe he opened it because he actually smelled me. And he was just too polite to mention it. I didn't smell a thing. And that's a bad sign for me. Because if I didn't smell anything, it means it's probably a me problem. Sorry, world. I smell. I try to not sweat so I don't start to smell. But it happens. When these cars go past, let's just take a look at our situation here. So this is kind of at the end of the town. It's a 2-lane, but it's merging down into 1. Anywhere here is a good spot to hitchhike. Yeah, these are like the last lights in town. So this is kind of your ideal spot. And that's what we were talking about. He's hitchhiked before, so he knows the types of spots you're looking for. So he brought me to a good spot, which I appreciate. So I think, yeah, I'll just stand here and try to catch a ride south. Actually, I'm going to sit you guys down and get my sign out. Hopefully you'll still be able to hear. Can anyone else comment on the audio quality? Because I have no microphone plugged in. This is just the stock microphone in my phone, and I also have a waterproof case on, essentially, which is going to be covering the mic to some extent. So if I could get someone else to comment on the audio quality since I've been out. I trust your opinion, Devontae, at 5 out of 10. It sounds okay? Okay, that's good. Because audio quality is actually important. So that's good. I'm going to sit you guys down after this car drives past and grab my sign. Here we go. Successful day so far. Like I like when you get in the short, quicker rides. So like 4 to 10 is kind of like my fun days where you're getting in and out of cars. Most of the time I think it's 12 in a day. I think that's a lot. That's a lot of fun. I'm also really appreciating everyone that's been here other days and earlier today and comes back. It's really cool that you are returning, which to me reinforces that this is entertaining to people and that people are interested in seeing what this process is like. So thanks for coming back, thanks for chatting with me. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I hope you stick around for a while because I'll be doing it for a while. So yeah. Watching, and I'll keep hitchhiking. Sure, thanks for coming. Coolest place you go and people you meet.
Thanks. I do appreciate that. It's nice to hear.
Should I say it like Shansiandra or Sanchi and is that anywhere right? Because I'd like to be able to address people by names. I've just never been like good at pronouncing things, I guess. And yeah, regular people in chat, like I'd like to be able to like build up some kind of repertoire with you. Get to know you a bit, you can get to know me a bit. Well, you get to know me pretty intimately if you're. I've been streaming for 10 hours today, and probably will at least another hour. We'll see. Shansiandra? Yeah. Shan? Okay. Shanzi. I like Shan. Alright. I'll call you Shan. Yeah, it's just tough because I tried to like move the chat over, but it's in the bottom left of my screen, which is where my wide angle lens is, so it cuts off like the first two letters of anyone that talks in chat. So I'm like, I can see the rest of your name, but I can't see the start. So whenever someone chats, I'm like, I wanna address them, but I can't see the first part of their name. So I'd just be guessing. And the first part of the name is the most important. Like, I missed the SH, yeah, the SH on your name, which is, if I'm gonna call you Shan, that's the most important part. Do you think it's going to take for me to find a ride, or will I find a ride? Anyone have any guesses? And you can win bragging rights if you're right. It's not. This is a pretty good spot to find a campsite. The place
looking around, there's a lot of forest around here. If I do not find a ride, I'm in a pretty decent place. This is my first full day of live streaming my whole day. Every first 2 days were very short streams in the grand scheme of things, a couple hours. So this is cool to me. I have live streamed and everything was all wet. Now where the sun's setting. So anyone that's tuned in and out, you've kind of seen a full day of hitchhiking with a few stops here and there, a few different interactions. But yeah, this is what hitchhiking's like. But I've done with chat around, that adds a lot of fun to this. What kind of gear do I have to stay warm enough at night when camping? Well, right now it's the spring and we're in the Pacific Northwest, so it's kept pretty mild being next to the ocean on the west coast. So you don't really get that close to freezing here. I have a 0 degree bag. It's honestly the bag I first started hitchhiking with. It's just a Mech 0 degree barrel bag. It's not even a mummy bag. The mummy bag's more thermally efficient and it covers your head and neck a bit better, so it captures the heat a bit better. Where a barrel bag only goes up to your neck. It doesn't cover your head. But I sleep pretty hot, so I haven't had a problem yet. I have colder sleeping bags for colder adventures, but it's not that cold out right now. And I guess I'm from Canada, so I know the cold. So that's my camping gear. It's just a one-person tent and a 0 degree sleeping bag and a sleeping pad. I sleep warm enough that in a 0-degree bag I'm still sleeping in boxers. I prefer to wear as little clothes as possible when I'm sleeping, because then I don't like wear my clothes and get them dirtier, more worn in, because I don't get to clean my clothes very often. And then my apparel is pretty much based on merino wool and not having to wash it very much. Merino wool is nice because it doesn't hold an odor like cotton or polyester would. It's naturally antimicrobial, and bacteria is what makes you stink. I have 4 long sleeve t-shirts, or just long sleeve shirts, and 1 t-shirt. And every one of them is merino wool. I have 4 pairs of boxers, 3 of them are merino wool. My pants aren't. That's the one thing that's not technical at all. My pants are literally just jeans. So that's not very technical. And 7 pairs of socks, which are all merino wool. Merino wool socks make a big difference. But yeah, why 7 pairs and not much, like 1 pair of pants? 7 pairs of socks, 1 pair of pants? Because I like having a fresh pair of socks. It feels so good. It can turn like a sad Trevor into a happy Trevor. Brand of socks do you wear? Mostly Icebreaker. The nice thing about Icebreaker socks, how do you donate a bike? You don't, because I'm hitchhiking for fun. I wouldn't have it any other way, even if I had more money. I do this voluntarily because I want to, not because I need to. I could afford a bike if I wanted one. What brand of sock? Yeah, Icebreaker. Nice thing about Icebreaker socks, socks is they have a lifetime guarantee. So if you wear through them, if you put a hole in them, you just take them to any Icebreaker authorized retailer, being like, my socks broke, and they'll let you pick out a new pair off the rack. So yes, you're paying $20 for a pair of socks, but that lasts you your life. Darn Tough, yeah, Darn Tough also does a lifetime guarantee. We just don't have that much of them up in Canada, or at least where I was from. So I have 1 pair actually, because my ex-girlfriend's mom actually got me a pair, and I've worn them a few times, and they're good. I just don't have enough experience with them to give you a thorough review. But I have heard they also have that lifetime guarantee. So yeah, I've heard Darn Tough are good socks as well. guessing they're close to an equivalent, like icebreaker and dark tough. I just killed a mosquito directly onto my jacket. Now I have mosquito guts on my jacket. That's nice. I'm not a very aggressive person. I don't purposely kill things. Like I'll usually keep spiders alive and just relocate them if they're in my room and stuff like that. But mosquitoes and ticks are, they do not get a pass. They never get a pass. If I get an opportunity to take one out, I'm going to take it, especially ticks. Like mosquitoes just bite you and bugger off. Ticks are another story. They burrow into you and it's no, I don't want that. So I have like a 4-foot high tripod, I think it's 4 feet, just over 4 feet. And I could set that up so I don't have to squat all the time. The problem is it's pretty lightweight and small legs and doesn't spread out that far. And I have a good feeling it's gonna fall when something falls from about 5 feet high with like a phone and everything on it. It's gonna do damage. Where this being not very tall at all, is unlikely to fall, and if it does, everything should be fine. So risk versus reward, I guess. We're at like 7:30 now. Probably only got like another half hour of solid light. So I'll keep trying through this, and if it gets dark enough where I don't think it's the right kind of hitchhiking environment, then I'll call it there. If I get one more ride, then it'll probably be get a ride, and then wherever I get dropped off, just find a place to camp out for the night. So we're kind of getting close to winding down, but again, like I got at least 30 minutes of hitchhiking or a ride. So I'm definitely not calling it yet, but just so you know that we are getting closer to calling it. And yeah, Shan, I hope I find another ride too. And that would make it 5, which is a solid day. 5 is a good day. I'd be quite happy with that. And at that point, we're looking at about an 11-hour stream. I'm extremely happy about that. Like, just a really good day all around. Thanks everyone that's watching for checking it out. It's been wonderful. Yeah, the guy that picked me up before this, Mark, like, I just got on the road. I had my thumb out for all of maybe a minute. So like that's the variety. Like the first ride took over an hour. Last ride took a minute. You just never know what you're gonna get. Like, it's so random. I'm starting to see mosquitoes though. I don't like things that bite me. I don't think anyone does. And mosquitoes seem to really like me, so. But right now there's a steady wind. It's not that strong, but it's when there's a breeze, it kind of keeps the bugs out for the most part. This way, with the short tripod, I get my quad workout in, which is important. Keep those legs strong. Just squatting all day. Albeit if I did it with my backpack, it'd be a much better workout. An extra 60 pounds or so, which would make it much more workout. I felt it when I did this for a little bit with the backpack on earlier after my second ride. And I'm like, well, that's a lot of weight. Probably won't do that all day. favorite season of the year? That's a good question. That is tough because there's different activities for every season. I do like the winter. I do like the cold. I think I've explained this, like overcoming the cold. Like you can fight it and you can like be comfortable in it if you work for it. I kind of like that. And also like skiing, because I'm from Canada and you're supposed to like skiing. But then, yeah, I kind of want to see it. But even though I like the cold, like I still spend more time outdoors in the summer, like just doing stuff, and that's I think I'm happiest outdoors doing stuff. So, but I don't deal with the heat that well. So part of me kind of wants to say like fall. You know, fall's pretty beautiful and it's not that hot until it gets cold. I kind of gave the most wishy-washy answer ever. I'm like, maybe winter, but maybe also summer because you're outside, but also fall because it's transition between the two. And spring's just rainy. It's beautiful, but it's wet. And I like camping. And I don't like camping when it's that wet. Yeah, that's essentially what I gave you. What's your favorite season? All of them. Do you have a favorite season? Everyone's rubbernecking right now. Everyone's looking as they go past very intently, but no one's stopping. Oh yeah. Every season has pros and cons. I would say probably fall when it's nice and cool, but leaves change colors. Yeah. When I talked to myself through it, I'm like, started with winter, went to summer, then I'm like, well, fall's the in between. I was kind of ended up leaning that way too, so. Never mind. Good times. Really enjoyed the US so far. guess I'll deal with it. I'll be in the woods, so that'll shelter you from the wind a certain amount, so I won't be too exposed. But yeah, rain, I'm gonna get a little wet, and that's okay. But yeah, thanks for the info. It is good to at least know what you're gonna get, rather than just facing it without any knowledge. Because then, like I said about the winter, then you can prepare for it, rather than going just in blind. And preparation is key. As far as like elements and exposure goes, like prepare for it, then you can do anything. And like with hitchhiking, I'm always close enough to civilization that I'm never going to be exposed for that long. So if I have enough for like 24 hours unsupported, then I'm okay. So like 24 hours unsupported, and then like an extra 36 hours of like contingency. I'll be safe, but like not that comfortable kind of exposure time if I get caught out. Managing risk. So I do like I've had a few people give me like a couple weather updates, forecasts. I had one guy telling me about where I should and shouldn't be in LA when I end up getting that far down south and stuff like that. So this like insider knowledge and like doing the research and stuff for me, like so I'll look for like some unhealthy trees, like avoid deadfall, because what do they call them, widow makers? Yeah. Depends how far out. Close to town here, the foliage looks like pretty small trees. Like it's been cut at some point, and it's got just 10 years of growth or something like that. If I go further back that way, then you get some older growth, which I would be more concerned about. Yeah, because the young healthy trees wouldn't be much of a problem. It's older ones. So trees that are dead or dying lose their structural integrity and all that. So, but yeah, vital things to look out for, and still good to get a reminder to watch out for widowmakers. first day of my U.S. hitchhiking trip. The first day I really needed it, it stopped in like 10 minutes. It's just, nope, game over. Good night. See you later. Boys in their trucks like to, accelerate hard, but also when they drive past you hitchhiking, they like to show just how much they don't want to pick you up by accelerating as hard as they can right as they pass you. So like, not only do I not want to pick you up, but I want to show you that there's absolutely no way I'd ever do that. I find it funny. Probably just another 15 minutes or something. And then good night. But not yet. We're still hopeful. It is getting kind of dark. People have their night lights on. I'm still pretty visible because I'm wearing a bright red jacket, but still, people are more scared to pick people up at night, and weird things seem to happen at night. I'm really happy I stopped for tacos though. I've got belly full of good food, so wherever I end up camping, I'll be warm. I sleep a lot warmer when I'm well fed. Some ominous looking clouds. It won't be clear or like not raining for very much longer. Hopefully I'll hold out until I set up my tent. It's a much nicer setup when things are dry and then the rain starts once you're already in. We'll see. good to see. I'm still getting a lot of driver interaction, even though they're not picking me up. There's several different hand signs people will give. I talked about this earlier, but I'll kind of readdress it. Sorry, one sec. So in the last group of cars, someone drove past and they did this. And that means that they're going a short distance and it's probably not worth the ride. And that makes sense at the end of town. They might just live a little bit rurally and they don't want to drop me off in the middle of nowhere in the middle of some rural wherever. There's also this, which means if they're turning soon, which again means local. There's also this, which means the exact same thing. Whichever direction they point, it just means they're turning off soon, and so they're not going far. Then there's patting their head. I think that means they're fully loaded, or they're staying low. I can't like talk to these people and be like, yeah, I did this because this. The other ones, you just get. But I think patting your head means you're like fully loaded or something like that. So you can't fit me. And then there's this one, which is always fun. Which I just smile and leave. It's all good. So, I like it when people give me, they're like, yeah, I might pick you up at like going short distance. It's like you're not getting a ride, but you're still having some kind of interaction with them, and they're being nice by acknowledging you. As it gets more and more darker, more and more people have their night lights on, and I can't see them anymore. Like as soon as the light's in my eyes, so I'm losing that a bit. Do you speak any other languages besides English as a traveling ban when you won't be able to speak language? Yeah, I only speak English, which is a problem. So when I was in Russia, I had about 10,000 kilometers of Russia to hitchhike across, and I couldn't speak Russian, so I couldn't talk with anyone. So, like I've said to many people, I know on string, that Russia was my least favorite country I hitchhiked across, and again, it's not because of the Russian people or Russia itself, it's because I went to their country and couldn't talk to them. You can't expect them to speak English in Russia. It's just, you can't connect with people if you can't communicate them. You can a little bit, like there's a certain amount you can get across. But all I knew how to say was like, hi, I'm Trevor, I'm from Canada, I'm hitchhiking to Vladivostok. That's about it. Еду автостоп in Vladivostok. And then they'd be like, oh, Vladivostok. Because it's a long fucking way, especially when you're like just east of Moscow, which is like 600 kilometers into your 10,000 kilometer journey. And you're like, yeah, I'm hitchhiking to Vladivostok. They're like, what? That's silly. Yeah, if that thing in the bottom is my chat on my actual stream, that is broken, isn't it? I'll have to look into that. What time are we at? Almost 8. exciting. I'll make 5 for the day. If we don't, that's okay. We'll just try again tomorrow. I don't have anywhere to be. I'm not in a rush. I'm just doing this for fun, so this is fun to me. So, yeah. I'm not that phased if I get a ride or I don't. Everything's still peachy. If we go back to the language thing, I think it's very important to be able to communicate with the local population. You lose a whole lot of the experience if you go to some country and you can't communicate with the local population. You're essentially there like sightseeing rather than like experiencing their culture and everything like that. So I decided after Russia and Japan that for longer trips, I want to be at least conversational in the language before I go there. So I'd like to do South America. I'd like to do South America, but I want to learn Spanish before I go because, especially with hitchhiking, like I'm sitting right next to someone in their car in their country, and if I can't talk to them, like, yeah, you lose out on a lot. Was that 7:59? Hey, how's it going? Where about you guys? How about that? No, I am broadcast. I'm video taping this to show it hitting quick. Is that okay? If you know on a camera. You're good? Okay. Have a good one. I appreciate it. Yeah. Alright. Could take me 10 miles, but he wasn't cool with the videotaping thing, which I totally understand. So that's the first time I turned down a ride, or I got turned down because I'm recording it. I've had 6 rides so far, and yeah, so I knew that was gonna happen, and he was okay with that. But I asked everyone before I get in if they're okay with this being here, and 6 of them have been. 1 of them hasn't. I think that's pretty decent. But yeah, it's 8 o'clock now, so like I said, 8 o'clock, I'm calling it. So, yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now. But yeah, for anyone watching right now, I appreciate you watching. It's nice hanging out with you. Thanks for chatting with me, Shan. It was a really fun day. 4 rides, made it to a new state. We're in Oregon now. Had some nice tacos, walked across a sketchy bridge. Yeah, I'd call it a successful day. I hope everyone that's watching enjoyed your time here. If you just got here now and maybe you missed on the actual hitchhiking part or the actual riding with people part, which is a shame, but I'll be back on tomorrow and probably the day after that, as long as I get battery charged. So that's always the variable. But yeah, I'm going to go find a place to sleep tonight. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Probably be on in the morning. I usually get up pretty early, and yeah, I'll be on for most of the day again, as long as connection works and my batteries are still going and all that jazz. But yeah, good night everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching.